From arguments about whether or not natural hair is quote unquote club appropriate, to questioning if braids are even a protective style. A black girl's hair has always and will always be a sensitive topic. And in the words of the great Tokyo Tony, people are always talking. But what happens when the talk isn't cheap? And it is what it is.
Okay.
Now, would you believe me if I told you I haven't worn my natural hair in public in almost 5 years? Yeah. Let me take you back to a time when I would strut through the streets with my 3-inch long 4C afro, no twist out, and definitely no 10-step wash and go. I'd literally leave my house with soaking wet hair and just let it air dry because I was just too busy to care. Now picture this. I'm working at the Home Depot. It's a busy Saturday afternoon and I'm busy dodging customers just trying to get to the break room. Suddenly, I hear,
"Hello, sir?"
I kept walking because she gives woman. But then it happens again.
"Excuse me, sir?"
This time I turn around to the look of pure confusion because now they realize that I am in fact a woman. Cue a very awkward apology and a 3-minute conversation about how unique my hair is. All of this is happening in the middle of a very crowded store with everybody and their mama watching this very awkward interaction. Sure, maybe we could have blamed the customer's bad eyesight, and yes, I was wearing dad jeans and a t-shirt, but a man? All I know is that something in my little fro screamed, "Sir." Now, I'm not saying that this awkward experience was the only reason I stopped wearing my 4C hair out, but I'm not saying that it was definitely at the top. Like, I'd heard comments before from my mom and even a random lady at work once told me that I should do something with my hair to make it more presentable for the workplace. Combine all of that with years of religiously perming my hair to fit with the girls at my predominantly white school, and then yeah, it all adds up. And on that day at the Home Depot, something in me switched. I became hyper aware of how my hair, and by extension how I was being perceived, and as a result, my confidence was just never the same. No matter how much curling custard I tried to use to define my curls, it was never gonna give 3C. So I started just to hide my hair behind protective styles like mini twist or Nara Smith braids. These styles protected more of my mental health than they ever did my actual hair. They became my shield, you know, a way to guard my mind against the negative emotions I had about my natural hair.
I'm actually going to start crying. Wait. I have to be at work in 30 minutes. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make it look presentable to the public.
Have y'all seen the movie Bad Hair on Hulu? It's a really cute film about a black girl who is overlooked at her job because of her natural hair, but then things change when she gets a 24-inch sew-in with her little 2x4 closure, and then turns out the bundles were cursed. It starts making her unalive, people, including her boss, Vanessa Williams. As wild as the plot sounds, it taps into the pressure that black women feel to conform to Western beauty standards, just to be seen and respected or taken seriously in the workplace. And the writers were onto something, because let me tell y'all about how I pulled out my own 24-inch bust down and I became Employee of the Month.
Witchcraft and wigotry.
I'm not even exaggerating when I say that I've been getting compliments from every single department. Like, why are they so obsessed with me? This, my friend, is what you call hair theory. The idea that a person's hairstyle can change not just how they feel about themselves, but also how other people perceive them. I used to rock a cute little headscarf during my awkward 2-week period between my braids, but after a while, I started just to feel a bit uncomfortable, you know, wearing it in a very conservative, very corporate environment. So I decided to invest in some high quality wigs. Walking around with my 24-inch bust down, I was no longer just me anymore. I was elevated, you know, a hyper visible version of myself in a good way.
People look at you and they see somebody else, and somehow you become more of yourself.
But hair theory does not stop at the office, okay? It spills over into every aspect of our lives, especially dating.
Because I want to talk about the different men that approaches me depending on what hairstyle I'm wearing. And when my hair is like this, it's foreign black men. I'm talking about like Caribbean immigrants and African immigrants that hollers at me. The kind of man that calls me his Nubian queen and compliments my eyes like melted chocolate straight from God itself.
That includes the hard wig soft life girlies on my For You page, which I will personally never subscribe to, but you do you, boo. You do you. The passion twists turn kinky twists turn glueless wigs are like a black woman's armor. And then for me personally, I realized that my braids, for example, were not just shielding my hair from the weathers and the environments and the over manipulation, whatever. They were also shielding me from the uncomfortable looks, the comments, you know, and even my own insecurities. And I feel like they also hide just how unprotected and vulnerable black women sometimes feel in this world. Or maybe that's just me.
The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
I am fortunate to say that no one has ever directly told me my hair was ugly, right? But it was always something that lurked in the back of my mind. There's this unspoken but spoken standard of what good hair is supposed to look like.
So after 9 years of being creamy crack free, I've gone to this place where I've genuinely loved my hair. I just love how reactive it is and just how incredibly versatile it is, as you can see. And I love my hair so much that I actually keep it locked away in protective styles for no one to see or to touch. When you look at type 4 hair, it looks tough, you know, it's tight coils and dense strands. The hair that people perceive to be the strongest is actually the most delicate. Take a moment to really hold space for that. The hair that looks the strongest, looks to be very resilient, turning out to be the most vulnerable, the most delicate. I think that type 4 hair is a true reflection of the people who wear this texture. You know, black people, and more importantly, black women. Sorry, man. I love y'all, of course, as well. Like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the men, the narrative around black women is very much, oh, that they are very resilient and that they are very strong. And then when I look at our delicate hair strands, I see a reflection of just that. The constant manipulation, the exploitation, the ongoing fight to be authentically represented and appreciated, just like every other texture. It's drawing parallels. I can't lay it out for you more than this. And because my hair is so easily susceptible to tangles and knots and breakage, the braids and the wigs provide a sense of security, you know, allowing me to face the world without having to expose the raw truth that sometimes I hate my hair. I gnar, like going from a declaration of love to a heartbreaking truth like that is crazy. How can you love and hate such a large part of yourself and your identity? The truth of it all is I just hate how much my hair is closely related to my identity and strongly impacts just how I feel about myself. I hate that my hair requires just so much maintenance just to keep it quote unquote, you know, healthy. But on top of that, I need to spend like 10 plus hours or drop like $300 to $400, sometimes not even including the hair, every 2 to 3 months just to be socially accepted. Don't even get me started about hair depression.
My hair is done, so I don't want to myself anymore. It'd be like that. I hate hair depression.
That's gonna be a whole other video on its own. You know, there's been a lot of talk about how the natural hair movement has been a utter, complete failure.
Girl, the natural hair movement is dead. I felt like the natural hair movement came out of necessity, out of wanting to ensure that our hair was healthier, thriving, and to take back our standards of beauty.
Personally, I'd have to disagree, especially when I see more and more people like myself embracing textured weaves and extensions. Plus, there's so much more information now about natural hair, about how to actually retain length, instead of the chaos about how to grow your hair and grow your edges and grow. Not y'all going bald-headed because of my rosemary oil. Now, I'd love to tell you guys that I woke up this morning with the courage and excitement to go off into the world and show off my 4C curls. But no, that is not the case, but at least not yet. I still don't feel like I have the face to really pull it off the way I need to, but hey, you know, you let me know, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. All right. See you soon, and don't be a stranger. Bye.